D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
The X-Men were first introduced in 1963 and have given comic book fans some of the greatest Marvel superheroes of all time, from Wolverine to Jean Grey, to Cyclops to Storm, and so many more. The X-Men stands the test of time as one of the best superhero teams ever. Still, that doesn't mean every X-Men decision is a home run. While characters like Gambit, Nightcrawler, and Beast remain some of the most popular in the Marvel Universe, there are plenty of mutants that are utterly ridiculous, like these. Ice Cream. This particular mutant only appeared once in a 1983 comic book. His mutant power is the ability to transform himself into an ice cream flavor. Gold Balls. What power does Gold Balls have? It's all in his name. He can shoot gold-colored balls from his body. Just don't ask what they're made of. Glob Herman. While some heroes can become invisible, this mutant's powers are limited to translucent skin. His bones, muscles, and organs are still visible, though, so his foes know where to aim. Tag. Tag's secret power? He tags people, which causes them to emit a signal that makes everyone else run away. Beak. He's essentially a bird. Hollow bones, lots of feathers, and a beak. What good is that, honestly? Ugly John. How do I put this delicately? Ugly John's power is that he has 3 faces, all of which are ugly. It's literally the only power he has working for his favor. Cypher. Cypher's power is the ability to translate any language, both human and alien. It may not come in too handy during a fight, but at least he's got jokes. Long Neck. Go ahead and guess what Long Neck's mutant power is. If you guessed anything other than having a long neck, you're clearly not paying attention. Zeitgeist. Vomit. That's what Zeitgeist is good at. He has an acidic vomit that can burn through just about anything. He's definitely not the kind of guy you want to go on a pub crawl with, though. Kylun. Kylun sure looks scary. As far as powers go, though, not so much. He has the ability to mimic any sound he hears using his vocal cords. Yes, he's essentially Michael Winslow from the Police Academy films. Jazz. This mutant's one and only power is that his skin is blue. This is not a joke. Jubilee. Anyone who's seen the X-Men animated series from the 1990s loves Jubilee, no doubt. That said, her ability to create explosive light blast with her hands essentially means she shoots fireworks at people. It looks cool, but it's not very intimidating. Skin. Try to contain your surprise when I tell you that Skin's mutant power is his skin. More specifically, it's the elasticity of his skin. He has roughly 6 extra feet of skin on his body. Gross. Layla Miller. On the surface, Layla's powers to resurrect the dead is incredibly useful. However, they come back without their souls. That complicates matters quite a bit. Maggot. He can't eat. However, 2 creatures that can devour anything live in his digestive system. They leave his body, eat, then return to impart the energy they've gained to Maggot. It's complicated. Mimic. While more useful than Kylun's, Mimic's power isn't that original. He can mimic anybody near him. That said, it essentially leaves Mimic only as useful as those in his vicinity. Brew. Brew's big power is, wait for it, compassion, and ability to think for himself. Honestly, he's a mutant brood, an alien race that works as a hive mind that wants to protect its queen. But Brew makes his own choices. He makes friends and also happens to have genius-level intellect. Rogue. In the comics and cartoons, Rogue has some cool powers, like flight. In the movies, though, her power absorption ability is more of a hindrance than a help. She drains mutant powers with a touch, which is a real bummer for her boyfriend, Iceman. Atom X. Atom X can essentially make an enemy's blood combust, burning them alive from the inside out. To do that, though, he has to get oxygen into the blood by cutting his opponent open. So, in order to inflict harm, he first must inflict harm to the extreme. Karma. Karma has a pretty strange form of telepathy as a power. Not only can she read minds, but she can also possess other beings to take control of them temporarily. She can even tune into their thoughts and feelings so that she can feel them herself. Truth be told, that sounds like more of a burden than anything else. Stacy X. A former prostitute, Stacy X has the power to control pheromones, meaning she can control your bodily functions like orgasm, nausea, and vomiting with a touch. Let that sink in. Toad. Toad, like Beak, has animalistic powers that include superhuman leaping abilities, an elongated tongue that can dart out, and a flexible bone structure. Still, it's hard to look past the fact that he's essentially a frog. Ink. Ink's powers are actually due to his tattoos. He's not a mutant, but instead gets tattoos from a mutant that give him powers. Marrow. While Marrow's ability to control the growth and strength of her bone structure does earn her a spot on this list, it's pretty useful. She can make spikes in bones grow on demand, creating a litany of armor and weapon possibilities. Callisto. What powers does Callisto have? Her senses are enhanced. That means she can smell things from far away, has great vision, and her sense of touch is second to none. How useful is that on the battlefield, though? I don't know. John Wraith. While John Wraith's primarily ability is to phase from one location to another, it's another of his powers that is utterly ridiculous. He has anti-aging capabilities, meaning he ages slower than others. While that might sound cool in theory, keep in mind that little aging comic book characters normally do. Lifeguard. Lifeguard's powers are particular in that she can detect danger to human life and automatically gains any powers needed to save those at risk. Definitely take her when you do go hiking or swimming. Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, join me every Tuesday where you can check out the list.